So the today's topic is the source transformation. I've already discussed about the types of source and which we are using the electrical engineering. So write down the heading source transformation. So what is the statement which we use for the source transformation is, that is, what is source transformation? That is we can convert the voltage source into its equivalent current source or the current source into its equivalent voltage source. So what is the need of the source transformation? The need of the source transformation is to, if we have a circuit which has various types of source, and if we want, and the circuit is complicated, then we can, by using the source transformation method, we can easily simplify the circuit. So the statement is, the voltage source with series resistance can be converted into a equivalent current source with a parallel resistance. Okay. And vice versa. It means that when you can transform the source, it means that a voltage source, you have a voltage source, that is, if you consider a voltage source like this, simple voltage source, that is the DC battery, this is a voltage source, and you have a series resistance associate with that voltage source. So if this is a voltage source V and this is R, so you have to convert this voltage source into its equivalent current source and the parallel resistance. The current source is denoted by this arrow. Okay, the direction of the arrow is depending upon the direction of the flow. If the current is flowing this side, then the direction of the arrow should be upward, and if the current flowing through downward, then the direction of the current source should be downward. Okay, so here you convert this voltage source with by current source, so that resistance is come across the series, parallel. The value of the resistance should be unchanged, but the value of the current source, that is the I, is equal to V by R. What kind of voltage source and current source is this? They are nothing but the independent source, or they are the constant source. That is the DC battery. It is a voltage current source which gives a continuous or constant current. So taking an example, it is very easy to find what is exact source transformation is. So question 1, is there anybody waiting? Okay, so this is a complicated circuit. you can take it like this, then you should know what is the effectiveness of the arrow in the current or current source. So this is a circuit, this is A and this is B, and it is 3 ohm 6 volt battery, and it is 1 ohm 3 volt battery. Here it is 2 ohm 4 volt DC source, here it is 2 ohm and 1 ampere current source. Now what is the question? Reduce the network into a single source and a single resistance. Reduce the network in a single source and single resistance. Okay, how many resistance and sources are there? There are 4 sources and 4 resistance. You have to make them in a single source and single resistance. So what should we do? We should first step we should convert the voltage sources are in form of the current source. Why we are not going to change this current source into the voltage source, that I will discuss. Okay, first you convert this voltage source. Here voltage source with a series resistance. So this voltage source and series resistance can be converted into a current source with a parallel resistance. So the circuit become like this. सबको सुनाई दे रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
So this is 1 ampere, this is 2 ohm. It is intact. Keep it intact. Now this voltage source and this resistance, that is the I is equal to what? V by R. So this is the I. If the voltage source can be converted into the current source, then it become V by R. V is 4, I is 2. That is the 2 volt, 2 ampere, and it is intact 2 ohm, because there is no effect in the, if you see that there is no effect in the R, that voltage source in series resistance, if when it is converted into the voltage current source with a parallel resistance, then there is no effect of R, but the current source, the magnitude of the current source become V by R. So here it is 6 by 3, it is the 2 ampere, 3 ohm, and it is 3 by 1, that is the 3 ampere, 1 ohm. What is the direction of this, the current source? The direction of the current source is the up downward direction, because we know that for battery the current will flow from the higher potential to the lower potential. So the direction of the current is like this due to this battery, 6 volt battery. So the direction of the current source should be like this. Now it is easier to make the circuit. Now these two and these two are the parallel, so we can make the circuit like this. So if you convert these two current source, so this current source, one current source is the upward direction and the second current source also in the upward direction. So the total current source, the for this upper part is 3 ampere. Is there any confusion? It is 2 ampere and it is 1 ampere, both are the in same direction, so both are nothing but the additive. Now if you consider these two current source, then one is 3 ampere upward, another is 2 ampere downward. So the effective current source of this circuit is 1 ampere down upward. It becomes upward because 3 is higher than the 2, that's why it is at 1 ampere upward, 1 ampere. So now we can convert this circuit like this. Now here you consider the current source with a, what kind of resistance is this? Is a parallel resistance. So current source with a parallel resistance can be converted into a equivalent voltage source and series resistance. So for the upper part, these two ohms are parallel. It means this is effective resistance is 1 ohm, and here 3 ohm and 1 ohm are parallel. If you make them parallel, and what is the equivalent resistance of the circuit if the 3 ohm and 1 ohm are connected in the parallel? What is the equivalent resistance?
3/4, sir.
That is
3/4 ohm.
0.75 ohm. The 0.75 ohm is the effective resistance. Now you can convert this into the equivalent voltage source. So I is 3 and R is 1. So what is the magnitude of the voltage source? Magnitude of voltage source is 3 volt. 3 into 1, that is the I V is equal to I into R. The resistance cannot affect, the resistance is 1 ohm. Now what is the value of the voltage source? That is 1 into 0.75, that is the 1.75 volt, and the resistance is 0.75 ohm. So now these two voltage source are in series, so the equivalent voltage source is, you can say it is a 3.75 volt, and the two current resistance are in series, so you can say that the equivalent resistance is 1.75 ohm. So this is the, if you transform this circuit into the equivalent circuit, then it becomes 3.75 volt and 1.75 volt. So what is the current? So if you ask that, if this is a complicated circuit is given, that this type of questions comes in the JEE mains and advanced, that it is a complicated circuit having 3 voltage source and 1 current source and 4 resistances are there. So what is the net current flowing through the circuit? So if you want to solve it, so it becomes so much complicated for you, is it? So this is a technique that is called the source transformation, by which we can easily convert the circuit in a small circuit having one source and a one resistance. Then we can easily calculate the current flowing through the circuit. So the current flowing through the circuit is V by R is equal to 3.75 by 1.75. It becomes 1 point something, 2 point something, I think. No, is it? आया समझ में सबको? Is there any problem?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now I am going to give you the another question. The question is, replace the circuit between A and B with a voltage source. Voltage source is always preferred, as voltage source is, we can physically make a voltage source, but the current source, the independent current source, is difficult to make. So one question that should be come in your mind, but anybody, I am very disappointed that nobody asked me that question. That is why, sir, here there are 3 voltage source and 1 current source. Why we are not going to make this current source into the voltage source? Then it is easy. It becomes easy. That question you should ask, why I am not converting this current source into the voltage source? Because here the current source is associated with the two parallel resistances, but in our source transformation technique, it is given that if a current source is associated with a single parallel voltage resistance, if a current source is associated with a single parallel resistance, then that current source can be converted into its equivalent voltage source. So we cannot convert this current source into the voltage source, as 2 ohm and 2 ohm are two resistances are present in the circuit. So here the second circuit is become like this. Here this is a 3 ampere current source. This is a 30 ohm resistance. This is a 50 ohm resistance. This is a 5 ohm resistance, and this is a voltage source of 20 volt. This is a higher potential, this is lower potential, and this is a resistance of 6 ohm. Should you try yourself, or I shall solve it? Should you try to solve yourself? So what should you do? We should convert first this current source into the equivalent, this voltage source into the equivalent current source. So what should be the diagram? So this triangular shaped circuit can be read on as, this is a 3 ampere source, this is one parallel resistance, this is another parallel resistance. Now you can convert this voltage source into the current source. So the voltage source, if converted into the current source, then the resistance should be intact, and the change is occur in the voltage magnitude of the voltage source. That is when the voltage source is converted into the current source, it become I is equal to V by R. So V is 20, R is 5. So the magnitude of the current source is 4 ampere, I think. 4 ampere. Is it? 4 ampere. So 5 ohm resistance should be kept intact. This is the 5 ohm resistance. This is the 50 ohm. This is the 30 ohm. This is the 3 ampere. And here another resistance is there. This is the 6 ohm. Now what is the value of that? Now you can solve this. You can solve this like that if we convert this circuit into its equivalent circuit, then these 3 ampere and 4 ampere, these two current sources are additive because they are in the same direction. So here if you draw this current source, it becomes 7 ampere current source. And what is the resistance? 30 ohm. This is a 50 ohm. This is the 5 ohm, and this is the 6 ohm. What is the equivalent resistance? Please do it yourself. What is the equivalent resistance? What is the equivalent resistance? Please do it yourself. I am giving you 2 or 3 minutes to solve it. What is the equivalent resistance? कोई कर रहा है?
Yes, sir.
बनाओ. So 7 ampere, and here we can get one resistance. Tell me the value of the resistance.
Sir, some people state that they can't join the class.
Why? No, it is not possible to join them because it's already 30 minutes past. What is the value?
1.43, sir.
No. If 30 is parallel to 50, and 5 is 6, 1 by 30 plus 1 by 50 plus 1 by 5
0.42.
plus 1 by 6, no?
Sir, 2 point something, man.
It is 2.38. 2.38 ohm. Okay. So now you can convert this current source can be converted into equivalent voltage source. So this I into R is equal to V. So the amount of current, the voltage source, the magnitude of the voltage source is become 7 into 2.38. That is it is 16.67 volt, and the resistance would be constant, that is 2.38 ohm. So this is the exact equivalent circuit of this complicated one. Okay, did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Now I am going to give you one homework. You should solve it. Okay, today I will give. So in your class my part is the DC part, and in the AIML my part is the AC part. I am taking the AC part from to the AIML department. So I already upload one video today for AC, that is that class why I have taken in the morning. So you can watch that video also, and also I have upload this video because I am recording my screen, and this entire screen record should be there in the channel. So if you want to join in that AC, means if you want to join watch that AC part, that is also present in that channel. Okay, so the homework assignment.
Sir, we don't have the channel.
Okay, I will give you after uploading the video. I will give you, because almost all of the contents are from 11 and 12. That's why I am not sharing my channel's link. After uploading 2 or 3 video from this AC and the DC part, I will send you the link. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So find the voltage across. Find.
Sir, this is homework.
You can solve it now. বল
আমরা তো রেজিস্ট্রেশনের জন্য এসেছি, তো আমরা কি করব স্যার? ক্লাসটা তো ভালো করে বুঝতে পারছি না কিছু।
আমি তো করব, আমি তো আপলোড করে দেবো, চিন্তা করার কোনো কারণ নেই। ঠিক আছে?
ঠিক আছে স্যার। হ্যাঁ স্যার, কাইন্ডলি করে দেবেন প্লিজ।
হ্যাঁ।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
what is the voltage across the 4 ohm resistor? This is a very important question, so I can solve it. Okay, so what should we do? So here, for these 3 ohm resistor, 3 ampere current source, can we convert this current source into the voltage source? It is not possible for us to make this current source, to convert this current source into the voltage source, because there are 2 resistance present over here, and in the another side there are 2 resistance present. So we can convert this part first, and convert this into the equivalent current source. So what is the value of the current source? The circuit is like this. So here the current source become 2 ampere.
2 ampere.
Okay, and this is become the resistance 3 ohm. Mute the headphone please, mute the microphone. 6 by 3 is equal to 2 ampere is the current source, and that 3 ohm should be placed in the parallel with the 2 ampere current source. Now here put the 6 ohm resistance as it is given over here, and it is become intact 2 ohm, 3 ampere, and it is 1 ampere and 4 ampere, for 1 ohm and 4 ohm. This is become 3 ampere, this is 2 ohm, this is 6 ohm, this is 3 ohm, because this part is converted into this equivalent current source and the parallel resistance. Did you get up to this? Now,
Yes, sir.
now what is the equivalent resistance of these 3 and 6? It become 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6, that is the 3 by 6, that is a 2 ohm, 2 ohm. So if you redraw this circuit, the circuit become here the 2 ampere is present, 2 ampere. Here the equivalent circuit of 2 and 6 become 2 ohm. It is become 2 ohm as it is given here. It is, sorry, three ampere, 1 ohm and 4 ohm. Why I am not taking these 4 and 1 together? Because we are supposed to ask, just find the voltage across the 4 ohm resistance. So for that we should keep the 4 ohm resistance intact. So this is the circuit. Now you can convert this current source with a parallel resistance, can be converted into its equivalent voltage source and series resistance. So what is the value of the voltage source? It becomes I into R is equal to V. So it becomes 4 volt,
4, sir.
4 volt.
and there is a resistance, that is the 2 ohm is connected. That 2 ohm is come into the series. Now these 2 ohm is kept over here. Then here it is a current source. Please mute the microphone. And 1 ohm and 4 ohm is there. This is the 1 ohm, this is the 4 ohm, this is the 2 ohm. This is the circuit. Now these 2 and 2 become 4. So the circuit now become, this is the voltage source, 4 volt. This is 4 ohm resistance. This is 3 ampere current source, and this is 1 ohm and 4 ohm are connected across the series with the current source. That is the 1 ohm, this is the 4 ohm, this is the 3 ampere, this is the 4 ohm. Is it? Now what should we do? We should convert this into equivalent current source. So it becomes, so 4 and
On, sir.
1, that is the 1 ampere is the current source. Now that 4 ohm is connected across the parallel with that 1 ampere. So 4 ohm, this is 1 ampere, this is 4 ohm, then this is 3 ampere, and it is become 1 ohm and 4 ohm intact, because we have to find the voltage across 4 ohm. It means that we should equivalently we should transfer the circuit into a single battery. Okay, so now the total current is become the total current source. If we convert this into the equivalent source, that is become the, is the 3 plus 1, 4 ampere is the equivalent current source. 4 ampere, all are in the upward direction, so they are the additive. 1 ampere plus 3 ampere, 4 ampere. Now here 4 ampere, 4 ohm is the current, 4 ohm is the resistance connected across it, and here it is a 1 ohm and it is a 4 ohm. Now it become, what should we do? So we should convert these into voltage source. So 4 ohm and 4 ampere, voltage become 4 into a 16 volt. So this is the 16 volt battery, and that 4 ohm is connected over here. Again 1 ohm is intact, keep intact, and 4 ohm is intact. So this is 4 ohm, this is 1 ohm, this is 4 ohm, this is 16. So I is flowing through it, I. So what should be the value of I? The value of I is equal to what? 16 by 4 plus 4 plus 1, that is the 16 by 9 is equal to 1.78 ampere. So the voltage across 4 ohm is what? V is equal to I into R. So I become 1.78, 1.78, R become 4. It is 32, 3, 1, 7.12 volt is the answer. Did you get this? बहुत बढ़िया सवाल है. एक सवाल में बहुत सारा कॉन्सेप्शन क्लियर हो जा रहा है. कोई कुछ कन्फ्यूजन है? Is there any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay. Now I am giving you a homework assignment. Okay. अगर किसी को कोई डाउट होगा तो हमको पूछ सकते हो. Did you get books?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. 4 ohm.
सर हम कल जाने वाले हैं बुक लेने के लिए.
ठीक है. 6 volt, 2 ohm, 5.
सर एनी रेफरेंस बुक?
नहीं, रेफरेंस बुक कोई नहीं है. ये तो नया चालू हुआ. ये सब्जेक्ट जो है, इसका जो सिलेबस, द सिलेबस इज चेंज्ड before 1 or 2 years. So there is no specified books for that. Only one books is there. That is Rokit. That is from. That is the. I think it is Abhijit Chakraborty and Sutapa Chakraborty, I think. Okay, that book you should get from your library. That is the only book. So just attend the class, and this subject is not tough, but the syllabus is very much vast. Yes, very big syllabus. Okay, so find same question. Find the current through 4 ohm resistor. This is your assignment one. Okay. Okay. I think everybody should know what is the KCL and KVL. What is the KCL and
Yes, sir.
KVL?
Sir,
Current law and Kirchhoff's voltage.
Okay, Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's
Sir,
voltage law. Okay.
ऊपर और डीसी वोल्टेज कितना दिया हुआ है?
ऊपर 6 volt. This is the 6 volt. 6 volt DC. Okay, so for Kirchhoff's law, if we start the Kirchhoff's law in the next class, then you should know some definition of the that which is related to the to solve the or apply the Kirchhoff's laws. Okay, there are two laws. One is the Kirchhoff's current law and another is the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So for that you should know 2 or 3 definition. That what is node, what is node, second one is what is branch, third one is what is loop, and fourth one is what is mesh. That 4 definition you should know. So what are that? Node, branch, loop and mesh. So node is a junction where 2 or more network element are connected together. So node is a junction where 2 or more electrical element joint. Okay, so if it is a junction, then here a resistance is connected, here a battery is connected, here a capacitor is connected, here another battery is connected, here one inductor is connected. So this is a node. Okay, this is the definition of the node. What is the branch? An element or number of elements that connected between the two nodes constitute a branch. That is, if we take an example in the next class, if we give a complicated circuit, then we can easily you can incorporate with these terms, and the entire syllabus is incorporate. You should remember these 4 terms in the entire syllabus for covering the entire syllabus. So this is a node. So this is a branch. One element is a branch. This is a branch. This is another branch. Okay. So branch, an element or number of element connected between two nodes make a branch. Okay, so what is the loop? A loop is any closed path of the circuit, any closed path of the circuit. Okay, loop is any closed path, any closed path of the circuit. So what is about the mesh? What is about the mesh? Maze is the most elementary form of the loop. It is the most elementary form of the loop and cannot be further divided into the other loops. That is the all mazes are the loops, but all loops are not the mazes. All mazes are the loops. Loop is any closed path. So maze is also. So this is what, and this is what. This is a loop, because here this is also a closed path. This is also a loop. This is also a loop. This is become also a loop. This is become also a loop. This is become also a loop. How many loops are present over here? 1 loop, 2 loop, 3 loop, 4 loop, 5 loop, and the 6 loop. There are 6 loops present in this circuit. But how many meshes are there? This is the most elemental form. So this is one mesh, this is one mesh, and this is one mesh. So there are 3 meshes present in the circuit. So this is the most elemental form of loop. Most elemental form of loop is mesh, a loop, mesh. We can further, we cannot divide mesh further into loop. So the single closed loop is nothing but the mesh. So we should learn the mesh analysis and the loop analysis. In the next video we should start the Kirchhoff's law, and for KCL and KVL you should prepare for that what is the loop and mesh. You have to know very well what is the node, what is the branch. Then we can apply the Kirchhoff's law, and I think that in the class 12 standard the KCL and KVL is the most horrible thing for you, I think, you people, because you don't know that there is a confusion that which current is flowing anti-clockwise, so which is become positive, which is become negative, I into R is become positive or negative. There is a confusion. I will clear the confusion in the next class, surely. I can tell you, just keep 2 or 3 minds, keep 2 or 3 things in your mind, that how you analyze a path, how you analyze a current, how you analyze a voltage. Depending upon that we can analyze the positive or negative, whatever it comes according to the circuit. Okay, so all the main thing is the all meshes are loop, but all loops are not mesh. So this is a loop, but this is a not mesh, because here 3 meshes are present, but this is a mesh as well as this is a loop also. So today's class is up to this. In the next class we will start the Kirchhoff's current law and its application, and how you apply the Kirchhoff's law in the complicated circuit, that I will discuss, and the depending upon the path of the current, depending upon the voltage, how you take the positive, how you take the negative, that I will discuss in the next class. Okay, so today's class is up to this. See you in the next class.